Hello friends, it's Kat from Meow Meow Kapow. I think I'd like to start up a new series with you guys called Doodle and Discuss, or Paint and Ponder, or any other name that you might think of that's got something to do with alliteration, where we talk about a topic and make a piece of art, possibly related to the topic, but not necessarily always. And of course, all the materials will always be linked in the doobly-doo down below, as well as any other relevant links like the one to my Etsy shop where you can buy the piece we're working on today. One of the things that I think a lot of people don't know about me is that I am a deep lover of stage magic, but specifically stage magic done well. If I can see a sleight of hand or I can immediately tell what device was used or beat a mentalist, then I am always absurdly angry about it. But when you see something that you can't quite figure out that really, truly, honestly makes your heart beat with wonder, then magic is real. I mean, really real. I think that's why we love certain worlds so deeply. Harry Potter was more than just a story to a lot of us. It was an entire universe that we grew up in and learned magic from. We believed in our heart of hearts that we were witches and wizards in the waiting and that there was absolutely nothing we couldn't do. We were capable of the impossible. I feel like the conclusion of the Harry Potter series left a lot of us grieving from more than just the final battle at Hogwarts, but also from the final battle with the idea that we're all just muggles and we have to accept that Narnia has finally kicked us out. The painting I'm working on now was originally done as one of my Inktober pieces, for which I follow the 31 Witches prompts. It's a picture of Ponyo from Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea, glowing the hands of her mother, Granmamare, while her sisters swim and play around them. The prompt was Mermaid Witch, and both Ponyo and her mother fit the bill pretty well, especially because Ponyo herself could be thought of a bit like Ariel, Little Mermaid, and her mother is very clearly magical, even if only because she's a giant woman. Ponyo is a Studio Ghibli movie directed by Hayao Miyazaki. If you've never seen or heard of Ghibli or Miyazaki before, I highly recommend checking out what would likely be described as his magnum opus, Spirited Away. Though my personal favorites are Kiki's Delivery Service, Princess Mononoke, and My Neighbor Totoro. What are yours? When it comes to trying to figure out why Miyazaki's stories in particular capture our hearts and become integral parts of our personalities, I think it comes back around to magic and us wanting it to be real. Every single one of Miyazaki's films builds a universe in which magic is just normal. And if magic wasn't normal at the start, like in Spirited Away, then it immediately and without question becomes normal to any characters that hadn't been previously aware of it. The closest we get to someone not believing in magic is when Chihiro in Spirited Away insists that she's dreaming after she stepped into another world. She pretty much immediately gets over that after meeting Haku, and never once makes us think anything is impossible, not even when she gets her new mouse and bird friends, or when she gets a gift from a bath patron, or when she sees a lamppost jumping, because she doesn't question it. Neither do we. And so we are all allowed to, once again, believe in anything. In Porco Rosso, the main character is quite literally a pig. And even though it gets explained that he was cursed, getting his curse lifted isn't even a little important in the movie. It's been a while since I watched it, but I'm pretty sure he stays a pig and doesn't actually even really care about it that much. And neither do any of the other characters in his world. He's just a pig man, going about his fighter pilot pig man business. You know, like is normal. Because magic is normal. Totally. When it comes down to it, all of Studio Ghibli's most beloved films best express the idea that magic is normal, and it's waiting for all of us just around the corner. At any moment, you could walk into an attic filled with tiny soot sprites and fly away on an acorn with a giant forest god, or a witch could fly into your town during a full moon after her 13th birthday because that's the custom, and each town really does need their own witch. I think if we're all really honest about ourselves, we don't just want to believe that magic is real. We already do! We believe it with every single beat of our happy little hearts, and it actually pains us to have to hide it away and say it isn't real. At least, that's what I think. What about you? Do you agree with my thoughts on why we love Miyazaki films so much? Are you waiting for your next incredible adventure? So, to all my witches watching, I see you. I believe in you, and I look forward to seeing what you do with your impossible. Thanks so much for hanging out and daring to dream this week. Because I've never mentioned it before, new videos typically go up every Wednesday, so if you want to continue practicing the magical art of art with me, please do remember to like and subscribe. Until I see you again, I wish you nothing but peace, love, and a gateway to another world. Bye!